Fuck dentist. No, really. What a bunch of shitheads. Do you trust yours? I don't trust mine, not after what that asshole did to me. About a week ago, I noticed something peculiar happening in my mouth, and it was that I had a hole in one of my teeth, and it was getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't take a brain surgeon or a fucking dentist to figure out what's going on there. It's a cavity. At first I thought I'd be fine with brushing, but that's when some of it came off while I was fucking flossing. Whoops! I really didn't want to go to the dentist, and that's because I don't trust them. I never have. It's the same logic one can apply to a fucking doctor. They're in the field for profit. Therefore, a healthy person, or healthy teeth in this instance, doesn't bring them any fucking money. Now recognize, I've never had a filling. I've never had dental work at all, so this was a whole new experience for me. Though I was prepared for the worst. You know, a root canal. Or the more economical route of pull that fucker out. Now the dentist takes a look at it, and he does a few x-rays, filling my brain up with all kinds of radiation and shit. Now at this point he shows me the x-ray, and even though I'm not a dentist or a doctor, I can clearly make out the big fuck hole in the side of the tooth. He then tells me that 30% of the decay won't show up on the x-ray, so it's probably worse than it looks, which doesn't bode well for me. Now, dental dipshit tells me I might be looking at a root canal, to which I say, of course, pull that fucker out. He then leaves me to get his dental tools of destruction, and returns to tell me he's going to try and fill it. Now, at a moment of pure fucking stupidity, I agreed, because I thought it'd be less painful than an extraction. So he gives me the shot with the giant-ass lance, or as he called it, a needle, and the left part of my face just proceeds to go fucking numb. No feeling at all, which is great, because now I get to know what it's like to have a stroke, or suffer from Bell's palsy, or whatever the fuck you call it. So he sticks the clamps and shit down, and he starts to drill away bits of teeth, and fucking smoke begins to fly from my mouth, which I'm still convinced is not normal. But to this guy's credit, I couldn't feel a fucking thing. Now during the drilling, he decides to hold a conversation with his assistant about Jenna's new fucking car, a Nissan Altima, and I wanted to tell him to shut the fuck up, but that's nigh impossible when you're in this position, and I'm smart enough not to say shit to someone who's got a drill in my fucking mouth. About 10 minutes into the drilling, a sudden jolt of pain jumps from my tooth to my head. And the dentist goes, oops, which should be a crime punishable by flogging. Are you fucking kidding me? All my confidence went right down the shitter because it'd take a genius to figure out what had happened. He found my root. He then tells me he's going to clean up the blood, something I didn't know a tooth could even fucking do, and he was going to cauterize the open wound with a laser, which I thought was a joke because it sounds like something you'd hear on Family Fuck Guy or something, followed by a shitty cutaway of Darth Vader stabbing someone through the throat with a lightsaber. But no such luck for me. He then zippy-zaps my tooth with a laser fuck beam and applies the filling, and then we are finished. Or so I fucking thought! I then set up, numb as shit, and in a bit of pain. He then takes this time to tell me there's a good chance the tooth is going to abscess, and I'll need to come back to have it dealt with. He may as well have injected Novocaine into my fucking brain. What the fuck did we accomplish? I came here to avoid all that, and now you're telling me there's a good chance it's going to abscess, and I owe you $200 for an operation that did nothing at all? Why didn't you pull it like I asked? All you did was buy me a little more time, but I would have gotten more if you yanked it out, shithead. And he took all his drills away because he knew I'd be fucking go Tom if he stuck around and had that shit laying there. I knew damn well why he drilled the fucking tooth. He turned one dentist payment into fucking two. And holy fuck, is this feeling annoying. I can fucking feel it in my mouth, rubbing against my tongue. It's rough. What a piece of shit. And now I've become a slave to my toothbrush because I obviously don't want it to become infected and abscess, even though it probably fucking will. I like to think it won't because there's no more decay around the lasered wound. But why the fuck would I trust him now? How do I know he didn't leave a bit there and fuck me over? God, I fucking hate dentists. Right next with fucking doctors. Oh yes, it's only a matter of time before I start screaming about you fuckers. Fuck!